Hello everyone, this is Bhumika Patil. In first part of this chapter, we studied about an opportunity, types of situational factors, emergence of opportunity, opportunity identification, observing changes in environment, recognize needs, wants, problems and find its solution, ability to search and discover business opportunity, criteria for evaluation and selection. In second part of entrepreneurial opportunities and selection process, we are going to study about how to make a market survey. A market survey we are going to see in different parts. In part 1, reaching the right market. In part 2, we are going to see getting the best result, and in part 3 we are going to see how to carrying out your survey. How to make a market survey. Market surveys are an important part of market research that measure the feelings and preferences of customers in a given market. Varying greatly in size, design, and purpose, market surveys are one of the main pieces of data that companies and organizations use in determining what product and services to offer and how to market them. These steps will teach you the basics of how to make a market survey and offer tips for optimizing your result. We are going to see market survey in part wise. The first part of market survey is reaching the right market. In that, first step is clarify the goals of your market survey. Before starting any planning, be certain what the goals of your market survey is, or ask few questions. What do you want to find out? Do you want to try to assess how well your market will accept a new product? Maybe you want to figure out how well your market is working or reaching its designated audience. Whatever it is, be sure that you have a clear goal in mind. For example, imagine that you own a company that sells and repairs computer equipment. Your goal with the marketing survey might be to figure out how many students at local college know about your business and how likely they would be to buy from you for their next computer purchase or repair. The second step of reaching the right market is determine and define the nature, extent and size of your market. Before conducting a survey in a given market, you need to know what market you are targeting. Choose geographic and demographic parameters, identify customers by types of product, and get an idea of how many people there are in the market. Narrow your market research to shortlisted of desired data, buying habits, for example, or average income. For the computer repair business situation mentioned above, this is fairly simple. You would be looking at college students, but you could potentially try to focus on higher income or more tech focused student that could afford to buy more from you. Here is the third step of reaching the right market is determine what aspects of the market you want to investigate. This will depend entirely on your marketing goals, and there are a large variety of options here. If you have a new product, you may want to figure out how well it is recognized or desired in a given market. Alternately, you may want to know about the specific buying habits of your market, like when and where and how much they buy. Just be sure to have a clear idea of what you want to find out. Also, clarify what type of information you want. You can ask qualitative questions which ask for information that cannot be directly measured in numbers, like if the customer has any suggestions to improve a product or a service. Alternately, you can ask quantitative questions which ask for a numerical or quantifiable inputs, like asking for a rating from 1 to 10 of the effectiveness of the product. You may also wish to figure out specifically what drove your previous customers to buy your product. In this case, be sure to ask recent buyers within the last month specific questions about their buying experience and how they heard about your product. You can amplify what these buyers found successful and fix any issues they experienced. For the customer repair example, you could focus on how likely your previous customers are to return to you or how likely new customers would be to come to you rather than a competitor. Here is the fourth step of reaching the right market is find out where and when you can reach customers in your market. You mightly conduct a survey at the mall or on the street via telephone, online or through the mail. Your result may change based on the time of day and year. Choose a method and time that best suit to your research. When reaching out to customer, consider who your audience is. It can be either the goal demographic you determined earlier or just a group of your past customers. Be sure to keep your target audience in mind, especially with online survey. Your target market, especially if they are older, may not be accessible through online channels. For example, the computer repair business might decide to interview students in person in a central location on campus or online through a commonly visited website. Fifth step of reaching the right market is determine what type of survey to use. Survey can be split into two different general categories, questionnaire and interviews. The only difference is who does the recording of the respondent information. In the questionnaire, the respondent records their own answer to the questions, whereas in the interview, the interviewer writes down what the respondent says. Beyond that, there are other options as to how the survey is administered, whether that's online or in a person. Survey can also be done individually or in a group. Questionnaires can be administered either in a person, through the mail, or online. Questionnaires are effective for market research and often answer to close-ended questions. Interviews allow the interviewer to follow up questions to explore the respondent thoughts more clearly. Group questionnaires can be effective way to attain results as respondents can collaborate to come up with more informative responses to your question. Here is the sixth and last step of reaching the right market is consider online survey platform. Online survey platform offer a cost-effective way to organize your survey and survey results. Simply search for these platforms online and compare several that you find to assess which one offer the right tool for your survey. Just make sure that your choices are reputable survey platform. You should also consider whether or not your target market is computer savvy enough for online surveys to be effective. Some of the most reputable and well known platforms include SurveyMonkey, Zoomrank, SurveyGizmo, and PollDaddy. Second step of market survey is getting the best result. The first step of getting the best result is choose a sample size. Your sample size should be statistically valid to produce reliable results. You may want to create subsamples, for example, males 18 to 24-year-old, etc., to decrease the risk of biasing your result towards certain type of people. Your sample size requirement depend on how accurate you would like your result to be. The larger the survey size, the more reliable your result become. For example, a survey size of 10 participants leaves you with a very large margin of error. This would mean that your data are essentially unreliable. However, a sample size of 500 gives you a more reasonable margin of error of 5%. If possible, have your participant report demographic information on your survey. This can be as general or specific as you like, and make sure to put these questions at the beginning of the survey. Be warned through that many people avoid surveys that ask for personal information. For example, as the owner of the computer repair business mentioned in part 1, you would want to interview a statistically significant number of students, perhaps splitting them by a major age and gender. The second step of getting the best result is prepare a list of questions with answer that will provide the data you need for your market research. Your questions should be pointed and specific. Try to make each question completely clear in as few words as possible. If your goal is to get your customers' real thoughts, focus on creating open ended questions that customers can respond to their actual thoughts rather than with a rating or multiple choice responses. However, if you want numerical results, be sure that your answer in some way reflect that. For example, you could have participants rate product or services from 1 to 10. The third step of getting the best result is devise a way to quantify the answer you receive. If you are asking about preference, you may want to ask respondents to rank their feelings numerically or using keywords. If you are asking about money, use ranges of values. If your answer will be descriptive, decide how to group these responses after the survey is complete so that they can be grouped in a categories. For example, your computer business could ask students how likely from 1 to 10 they are to visit your store or what type of computer accessories they want most depending on the type of information you need. The fourth step of getting the best result is identify variables that might affect your result. These usually include characteristics of people who are more likely to answer your survey. In order to get unbiased results, you need to figure out how to reduce the influence of these people. For example, as a computer business owner, you could do this by screening participants before the survey. If you think you primarily do business with engineering students, only accept survey from them, even if history or English majors are more likely to respond to your survey. The fifth step of getting the best result is have someone else look over your survey. Don't conduct a survey unless you have already given your forms to practice cases, perhaps friends or coworkers. To ensure that your questions make sense, the answer you receive are easily quantifiable and the survey is easy to complete. Doesn't make irrational assumptions about your target market. Asks questions in the most direct way possible. The third part of market survey is carrying out your survey. The first step of carrying out your market survey is set a time period and location for your survey. Be sure to choose the combination of the two that is most likely to result in the largest sample size. Alternately, if your survey is being done online, be sure to post it where you think it will get the most targeted traffic or send it to the best possible email recipients. For an online survey, this would be the time period that your survey is open for, how long respondents have to complete the survey. For example, imagine that for your computer business, your target market of engineers are busy all day with labs. You could want to schedule your survey either before or after this period. The second step of carrying out your survey is if you are using a questionnaire, double check your survey forms. Be careful to proofread your form several times and then have someone else to do the same. Keep in mind that the survey should not be any longer for 5 minutes and should have questions that are very simple to respond. The third step of carrying out your survey is conduct your survey maximizing sample size and accuracy of responses. Keep in mind that you may have to run your survey more than once in or several different places in order to get complete results. Just make sure that your survey remains exactly the same between times and places or your result may vary. For example, as a computer business owner, you may choose several locations and days to survey students with different schedules. The fourth and the last step of carrying out your survey is analyze your results. Record and tabulate numerical responses, being sure to calculate averages and analyze outlying responses, particularly low to high ones. Read through and analyze open ended responses to get an idea of how your participant responded and what their thoughts are. Compile your information in a report that summarizes your findings, even if the report is for your personal use only. And scan through your responses for really great quotes from customers. Anything particularly memorable, creative, or positive can be recycled for the company's future advertising. In the next part of this chapter, we are going to see about getting information from concerned stakeholders. Thank you.